Hi, and welcome to my very first real estate marketing report here in January 2021. And I wanted to start doing these videos for my friends and my clients. And as you can see, I am in a tiki bar. And over the Christmas holiday in 2020, we had just moved into this new house, and I got an opportunity to take this she shed and make a tiki bar out of it. But it also stores my surfboards and my wetsuits. But I thought, we're still in the pandemic. I really can't go anywhere, so I got to bring escapism to my house, and this is what I did. So this is going to be a really quick video, just giving you an update on what the real estate market looks like, really kind of along the West Coast and more specifically in the Portland metro area, to see if you have any interest in buying or selling, or just, just for some information on your own if you want to share with a friend or family member. With that said, let's get started. If we look at all the major cities along the West Coast, we'll start with Seattle, which has a median home price sale of $725,000, and that's increased by 7.2% since last year. If we move down the coast, you'll see here in the Portland metro area, Portland has a median home price of $486,000 with an increase of 13.4%. Now heading down south to California, we'll stop at San Francisco, which has a median home price sale of $1,350,000 with only a 1.9% increase. And if we go further south to Southern California, we're looking at Los Angeles with a median home price of $833,000 with a 10.3% increase. And America's finest city in San Diego, the median home price is $692,500 with an increase of 10.8%. So if you're looking at the most affordable cities to live in along the West Coast, it's obviously the Portland metro area. However, you saw that the value increased over 13% since last year. So this means that this could be another hot market, going into the 2021. Now, if we look more specifically at the specific MLS of the Portland metro area, we can get a little more fine-tuned numbers. According to our local MLS, the average price went from $459,200 to $494,000, and that was a 7.6 increase. That's the average price. The median home price in the Portland metro area went from $410,000 to $440,000 with a 7.3% increase. Now, the most important thing to kind of look at this is the inventory. Months of inventory of homes on the market. And right now we're sitting at less than 1 month, 0.8 months. If you stop selling all the houses, how many months would it take to deplete all the inventory in that marketplace? It's been said that a healthy market, which is both good for the buyer and good for the seller, is a 6-month inventory market. So if you look at our chart in the MLS, we haven't had inventory in the 6-month range in the past 3 years. In fact, only in January 2019 did we ever go above 3 months. So the housing inventory for this marketplace here in the Portland metro area in the last 3 years has been less than 3 months. And obviously last December was one of the hottest markets for sellers because it was 0.8 months. So what does that mean for you if you're going to sell your home? Well, that's good because it's definitely a seller's market because you can sell it for a higher price than you think you can, most likely, depending if all the variables are there. And if you're a buyer, you might be like, oh my gosh, is it really tough to buy? Well, the interest rates are so low right now. That's why there's so much activity in the buyer's end of things. But you really need to make sure that if you're buying in that median price range, about $494,000, get ready to overbid the asking price. It's pretty common that we're seeing that in the $300,000 range to the $400,000 range, anybody selling a home in that range, that they're getting offers that are $10,000 over, $15,000, sometimes even crazy $50,000 over. So if you're in that market and you're thinking about buying a home and you've been pre-approved or looking to get pre-approved or wanting to know how much you could actually afford on a loan, start looking for homes that are a little lower than what you can afford, knowing that you're going to have to probably put in $10,000 over, $15,000 over, $20,000 over if the right home comes on the market. So unfortunately, that's how competitive it is right now. But if you got me on your side or I'm helping one of your friends or family members, there are some things we can do to be very competitive. Okay, so that wraps up the January 2021 real estate market report here in the Portland metro area, as well as taking a little snapshot of what's going on along the West Coast cities. You can end the video here if you like, or you can stay tuned because I'm going to be making a cocktail. As soon as I built this tiki bar, I really don't know how to make cocktails, so I've been going down a rabbit hole of learning how to make them. And if you want to see me experiment and do my best to be a bartender of the tiki affair, then you can stay tuned. And for everyone else, if you have any questions about the real estate process, just give me a call. I'll be happy to talk to you about it. All right, tonight we're going to make the zombie. It's a modified, simplified version of the zombie. Normally, the zombie drink has a lot of concoctions, a lot of ingredients to go into it, and it takes a long time. And there's a lot of variations of the zombie. And apparently the zombie has gotten, more complex or more interesting, but then they refined it. And so I'm just using the simplified version of it. And I got this recipe from the Total Tiki app by Beach Bum Berry. In my bar, I've got, in case you're wondering, this tiki bar is called Scoot's Tiki Bar. For some reason, my name's Scott got bastardized some way because friends and family just start calling me Scoots, and I don't know how that happened. So now I just call it Scoot's Tiki Bar. And so this is Scoot's Tiki Bar menu. We call it the Borg because after Star Trek, and this is Picard as a Borg, it's only because I only have a handful of tiki mugs, and we originally got these tiki mugs for my wife because she's a big Trekkie. And so I was like, oh, instead of calling it the zombie, let's just call it the Borg here. But it's really just a simplified zombie. All right, now let's get started. So with tiki drinks, it's all about the fresh lime. Like I guess you're never supposed to use like bottled lime, so it's always got to be fresh. Cut my lime. So it calls for 3/4 ounce of fresh lime juice. So that was about a half a lime there. And 1 ounce of white grapefruit juice. Now I cannot find white grapefruit, but I did find the white grapefruit juice at various select liquor stores up here in Portland. Ocean Spray 100% white grapefruit. So it's actually the first time I ever tried this drink with this concoction. I've done it with red grapefruit before, and it tastes great. Then it calls for 1/2 ounce of cinnamon-infused sugar syrup. And I made mine by taking 1 part sugar, 1 part water, boiling it with crushed cinnamon sticks, and then strain that into these bottles. So I think this is what makes the zombie so good. Do 1/2 ounce of this cinnamon-infused sugar syrup. Then the only 151 proof they had at the store up the street is Monarch, but that's what I have. And normally you're supposed to use like a Puerto Rican rum version of it, but I didn't have it. This is from the Virgin Islands. So we're gonna do 1/2 ounce of 151 proof. Apparently this is the type of rum and liquor 151 proof is where they do all the fire stuff, like you light it on fire. Then I'm gonna do 1 ounce of dark Jamaican rum, and I'm gonna use just Appleton Estate Signature. This is really yummy and it's affordable, so we're gonna do that. Tiki drinks are supposed to be really precise, so they kind of take a little while to go, and I'm not very fast at all. Now I'm supposed to add ice to this, and then you're supposed to shake it horizontally. I think for about like 20 seconds, or until the tin gets cold and frosty. All right, got our Borg cup, card. Put this in. And lastly, this drink calls for just some mint sprigs as your garnish. And I guess you're supposed to like, slap around your hand or around the edge of the cup or the mug. Kind of gets the aroma going, gets the fresh mint smell going. And there you have it. My Borg / simplified zombie drink. Woo! It's a small drink, tons of ice. It's good. Yeah, it's good. You can taste or sense the cinnamon. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try it again with the red grapefruit to see much difference. But I'm using the white one, like they said. It's the first time I've ever tried it. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Catch me on Instagram or Facebook, and catch up my other episodes on AroundTheNeighborhood.tv. I'm just going to try to explore this space as much as possible. Maybe come back to this area on a regular basis to explore more tiki drinks, as well as give you some more real estate marketing reports every month. If you liked it, just let me know. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for being my friend, my client. Thanks.